Welcome back to the channel, guys. As always, thanks so much for being here, taking time out of your day to join me here on Review Flicks as we dive back into the DCEU. So Zack Snyder has posted up his latest image, and we have this beautiful monochrome image here of the Batman mech suit, and it looks absolutely incredible. Do you know what? I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's kind of like the filter or the color grading here. This almost looks like a Hot Toys statue, or like a figure. It doesn't look like a real kind of person or a character, but I absolutely love it. One of my most favorite pictures he's posted up so far. I would say it's my second favorite picture. My first favorite picture Zack Snyder's posted up so far has been Batman also in the mech suit, but standing next to the bat signal in the rain. That's my first favorite image. My second favorite image is definitely got to be this one. I absolutely love this Batman suit. It's so crazy, it's so fantastic, and I cannot get enough of seeing it in the fight scene in BVS. It's so good. I love the costume. The costume designer did a fantastic job, man. They really did. So I tip my hat to the costume designer, wherever you may be. So yeah, I love it, guys. What do you think about this? I mean, again, the monochrome black and white adds the gravitas, adds the grittiness, the dramatic sort of flair that we've come to know from Zack Snyder and his characters, and these monochrome images just bring out that that kind of gravitas, that mythology of these DC characters that we all know and love from Zack Snyder. And again, just a fantastic, really great image. Could not be more excited for the next one, that's for sure. So let's dive into some of the comments quickly. So like a monochrome hard suit test from BVS. Backflip forever. I love this costume. That's pure Frank Miller. Thank you, Zach. Perfection. Ben Affleck's Batman movie. His film would take place in Arkham Asylum, and Batman would face Deathstroke, as well as end up fighting against the Joker. We need this. Yeah, man. I mean, just give me a Batman Deathstroke scene, and like, my life will be complete. Like, do you know what I mean? That's what we need. You remember that Arkham game where they had that fight scene where they were on top of the shipping containers, and it was kind of like snowing, and Batman against Deathstroke. People want that kind of like Arkham game scene, but kind of like in live action. It would be the most insane thing ever. Okay, amazing, bruh, let's go. And then there's like 1,000 other comments as well, so we could sit here all day going through the comments. But yeah, people seem pretty happy with this image, and I'm absolutely ecstatic. I think it's just an incredible, man. It's a chef's kiss piece of artwork, I would say. Absolutely fantastic. The glowing eyes is what gets me, man. It kills me so much. Like, I just love it, especially in the BVS fight scene where Batman's he's been thrown onto the ground, and he's looking over the edge of the building, and his eyes are just kind of glowing onto the rain, and you can see the kind of the glowing eyes. Like, it just looks so good. It's so well done. Okay, so with that done, sorry, what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick read from an article talking about the origins of the BVS Batsuit. Then we'll go over to Cosmic Book News and kind of dive into this image a little bit more. We may go over to social media and check out some posts, depends how long the video runs, but we'll see what we can get into here. Okay, so with that down, we're going to go over to this article here from CBR. We're not going to read the entire thing. I've just highlighted the sections which I feel are kind of relevant to what we're talking about. So, the suit is clearly inspired by Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns, Snyder said in the books, but we are also having to drill down into the why of it. I believe that it was probably originally created for another reason, for riots that he had to deal with. Talking about prison riots or street riots, something like that, where it'd be a really dangerous situation, and there'd be like multiple, you know, massive kind of opponents he would have to take on. So this suit, in some other form, could have existed before he fought against Superman. Obviously, he could have changed it before the fight with Superman, and it could have looked very different. You can imagine Bruce Wayne kind of in the Batcave, kind of tinkering with it, adding different components, changing it, swapping it. It's probably like a modular suit, so you can like take parts of the armor off and then kind of like replace them depending on, you know, whatever the mission may be. So I could imagine him doing that. So it was repurposed from using it for riots. So the suit was not specifically created for the fight for Superman per se, but I think he repurposed it. In this case, he's really using it to buy time. So yeah, it doesn't really, it doesn't give him any additional strength or anything like that, really. Well, I guess it does to a little point, but it's more about defensive posture. It's giving him more time. It's kind of stalling the fight scene, drawing it out, you know, so he can use the kryptonite on Superman, basically. Let's just go down. So the explanation for the mech's Batsuit origin also raises an intriguing question. What kind of riots was Batman dealing with? with what could cause him to create such a powerful suit. It stands to reason that Affleck's Batman could have been using the suit to deal with breakouts from Arkham Asylum or Blackgate Penitentiary. Alternatively, he could have put it on the suit to give him a fairer chance against monstrous villains like Bane or Killer Croc. So that's really, really interesting. By the way, Killer Croc, my favorite Batman villain of all time. When are we going to get a live-action Killer Croc? Please, someone give Killer Croc some love. I need to see him in live action. I want to see a massive, grotesque Killer Croc, and I want to see Ben Affleck fighting against him. That would absolutely be my dream. But yeah, could you imagine this suit here being repurposed to fight against Bane or Killer Croc? Man, like, the mind boggles with what the suit could have looked like. A different kind of rendition, a different version of it. Much like Iron Man, you know, as he upgrades the suit, it looks slightly different, at different iterations. I could imagine the same thing here with this battle suit, as it kind of changes depending on the opponents he's fighting. But that's a little bit of kind of the origin there. So it was to deal with sort of penitentiary riots and things like that. And he repurposed it to fight Superman, which is very, very interesting. Okay, so with that down, we're going to go over to Cosmic Book News and dive into this image a little bit more and kind of break down some information. So, Zack Snyder drops new Ben Affleck Batman image, hard suit test for BVS. Okay, so Zack Snyder has shared another new image of Ben Affleck's Batman on Instagram, keeping the steady stream of DCEU era material going. This time, Snyder posted a black and white shot labeled Leica Monochrome Hard Suit Test Batman v Superman. The image shows Affleck in the Armored Batman v Superman suit captured during early test photography. It's the same suit used in Batman v Superman warehouse confrontation with Clark, one of the most iconic visuals from the film. It's also the second hard suit image that Snyder shared. Hours after the Snyder post, Hot Toys followed up with a new Ben Affleck Batman v Superman high-end figure. Okay, I've just got to click on this. I have to see this quickly. So let's go down. Okay, so there's the Hot Toys figure there of the battle suit. That is really, really cool. And he's got the kryptonite spear there that he uses. Again, that is really cool, man. I would love to own this. That looks so badass. It really does. I love all the scratches all over the armor, and it's like melted at the front. You know, half of it's missing where you can see his face. You can see his teeth and all his detail on his face. Man, that's incredible. That really is something. Okay, let's go back anyway. So, let's keep going down here. So, Snyder's Instagram activity continues to raise eyebrows. Absolutely it does. Snyder has now posted multiple DCEU images over the last several weeks, including Henry Cavill as Superman and Ben Affleck as Batman. His return to Instagram, paired with the volume of DC material he's releasing, has fueled ongoing speculation that something is moving behind the scenes. The posts come as cinematographer Larry Fong returned to social media and begins shutting down fan misinformation, about the SnyderVerse. By the way, I covered that on the channel yesterday, talking about the BVS cinematographer, and he's been taking no shit from the Snyder doubters, and he's been kind of defending the SnyderVerse. So if you do want to check out that video of the cinematographer in his comments defending the SnyderVerse, just look onto my channel and you'll find that video. Or actually, I'll link it in the description down below so you guys can check it out. It's really, really fun video, and seeing what he had to say is quite funny, actually. So, multiple studios are bidding for Warner Bros. Discovery, and it follows news that Trump is reportedly pushing for a wave of traditional action films as Paramount revives Rush Hour. Yeah, I heard about that news. Rush Hour 4, man. I love those films so damn much. I cannot wait to see Jackie Chan back on the big screen. I love him so much. We've been told that the Snyderverse is back in play. Trump also happens to be a big Ben Affleck fan. The Rush Hour director financially backed the Snyderverse, and the producer has ties to the Saudi. Michael Bay is also returning to Transformers, who went to film school with Snyder. I'm not sure how that's relevant to anything. The timing has not gone unnoticed by fans. So yeah, there we go. That's pretty much the roundup of news there. So we'll check out a few social media posts as well, as we got time. I don't want the video to run overly too long. So, from Sammy on X, Wayne T. Carr shared a clip of Zack talking about the Green Lantern scene. I hope we get to see it one day. Yeah, so they did shoot a Green Lantern scene, and that shot there, I believe, of Wayne T. Carr there in the Green Lantern costume, I believe that was actually shot in Zack Snyder's back garden. Like, he shot it with a backdrop up against his garage in his back garden, from what I remember him saying. And they edited out the background, obviously changed it, added the CGI and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, the fact that we didn't get the Green Lantern scene kind of sucks, but we did get it during that huge fight scene in the Snyder cut of Justice League. There was that scene where Darkseid, he kills the Green Lantern and the ring flies off, and then the ring kind of flies off up into the air, and Darkseid almost grabs the Green Lantern ring. That was a pretty cool scene. Okay, moving on here. From Aki, the man is 59. He's an inspiration. So Zack Snyder did post up this image of himself working out at a gym on his Instagram as well. I mean, look at him. The guy looks like a bit of a beast, man. He's got some guns going there. And considering the guy's almost 60, I mean, fair play, respect. As you get older, it gets harder and harder to maintain your shape. And he looks to be in pretty damn good shape. So fair play to him. I mean, I give my dues to anyone who wants to stay in shape, but for someone who's nearly 60, who's still hitting the gym, you know, all the more fair dues, I would say. Okay, we'll check out one more post here. So, from Movie Magic, I don't know how the universe is dead when it makes 4 headlines out of 5 on an entertainment tab. People want this. Yeah, so if you look on the entertainment tab a few days ago, 4 out of the 5 stories that were trending were all to do with the SnyderVerse. So it just goes to show how much conversation is going on social media around the Snyderverse and the revival. Zack Snyder shares rare black and white Superman. DC fans debate Snyderverse. Fans renew push for Zack Snyder. Ben Affleck draws Batman cheers at Las Vegas Grand Prix. So yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, if someone says no one's interested in the Snyderverse, they're just living under a rock or they're being completely ignorant. Grace Randolph. Sorry, what? I didn't say that. Yeah, so, yeah, people do want it to return. The chatter is only getting louder and louder every week. Every time Zack Snyder posts up a new image, the conversation becomes louder. It becomes more virulent. People just want it to return even more. And these teasers are just getting bigger and crazier. And hopefully there's some sort of reward for the fan base at the end. If Zack Snyder is just teasing us and stringing us along and not going to give us anything at the end of it, it's pretty damn cruel on his part. And I think a lot of people will be pretty mad about it. So we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. But guys, there we go. So there's a bit of a breakdown of the new image of the Armored Batsuit. What do you think about it? Like me, do you think it's a masterpiece? And what do you think about that information about, you know, basically Ben Affleck repurposed it. He was using it for riots, and then he basically repurposed it to fight Superman, but it was more of a defensive mechanism rather than attacking Superman. I find it interesting, and, you know, I would love to see more scenes of Ben Affleck and, what's his name? Alfred. I couldn't think of the butler's name. Alfred and Bruce Wayne in the Batcave kind of tinkering with it, kind of making it, removing and putting components on. I would love to see stuff like that. But, yeah. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts, your theories, comments, questions, anything else you want to talk about, guys, regarding this new image, regarding Zack Snyder, the larger DCEU, whatever you want to talk about. Just leave it down below in the comment section. Would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber of the channel if you haven't done so far. Goes a long way to supporting the content, so I'd really appreciate that. And as always, I will see you in the next video.